In question number 1, we have some expression here. If I look at the denominator and take it as some t, then its derivative is not in the numerator. Also, the denominator is whole square of something. So here, after some observation, we can try to understand that. If I divide the numerator and denominator by x to the power 2n, then this will look like m into, if I am dividing by x to the power 2n, dividing by x to the power 2n, numerator as well as denominator both. So first term will be m into x to the power m minus 1 and minus n into, I am dividing by 2n, so 1 by x to the power n plus 1, because when I divide by 2n, it will be n minus 1 minus 2n, that's minus n minus 1, which will be like this. And denominator, if I divide by x power 2n, will become x power 2m plus 2 times x power m into 1 by x power n plus 1 by x power 2n dx. So this is how it is, and also the denominator still is a derivative, is a whole square of something. So first I am going to write the denominator, which is x to the power m plus 1 by x to the power n whole square, and the numerator is m into x to the power m minus 1 and minus n divided by x to the power n plus 1 dx. So we can understand now that if I take this expression, is x to the power m plus 1 by x to the power n, if I take this is equal to t, then the numerator will become dt, the whole numerator will become dt. So eventually I am getting integration dx dt divided by t, integration dt divided by t square. So what is the integration of dt divided by t square? It is integration of t to the power minus 2, which will be minus 1 by t plus constant, and we have taken t as t as our x power m plus 1 by x power n. So if I replace it, I will get minus 1 by x power m plus 1 by x power n plus c, which in fact when simplified we will get minus x to the power n divided by x to the power m plus n plus 1 plus c. So that is nothing but our option D. So here option D is correct. In question number 2, we have a term like this, x to the power x, which is nothing but x to the power x square. Okay, so this is basically x to the power x square into 2x ln x plus x dx. So we can very well understand now that we can put x to the power x square equal to t. We just put x to the power x square is equal to t, and you can differentiate both sides. That will give us derivative of x to the power x square is x to the power x square into, we can solve it by taking log or we can do it directly. Let us solve it by taking log. So this implies log of x to the power x square equal to log of t, which implies x square into log x equal to log t. So then when I differentiate both sides, I will get derivative of x square, which is 2x. Derivative of x square is 2x, and into log x plus x square into derivative of log x is 1 by x, with dx equal to 1 by t dt. So in fact I am getting t, if I take it to the left side, it will be x to the power x square into 2x ln x plus x dx equal to dt. So that whole integration that we are trying to solve is now just dt, which is t plus c, and our t is equal to x to the power x square plus c. So that is the answer. But if I look at the option, there is no such option given, so I can rewrite this in a different form, that is x to the power x whole to the power x plus c. So therefore our correct option will be option B. Let's go to question number 3 now. In this question, we can see that x cube is there and there is a 4 log x inside. So first of all, I can rewrite that 4 log x as log of x to the power 4, log of x to the power 4, and this one also log of x to the power 4. And then we can take a substitution, that is log of x to the power 4 is equal to t, which when differentiated will give log of x to the power 4 equal to t. That means x to the power 4 is equal to e to the power t. Then if I differentiate, it is 4 into x cube dx equal to e to the power t dt. So that is the derivative of that. Now I am going to substitute it here. So our integration will be equal to 1 minus sine of log x to the power 4, that is 1 minus sine t by 1 minus cos t, 1 minus sine t by 1 minus cos t, and dx, x cube into dx is 1 by 4 e to the power t dt, 1 by 4 e to the power t dt. So finally this is becoming 1 by 4 outside e to the power t into 1 minus sine t by 1 minus cos t, which is nothing but 1 by or 1 minus 2 sine t by 2 cos t by 2 divided by 2 sine square t by 2 dt. So this is a standard form, and now we try to get that form exactly. What we get, see, integration e to the power t 1 by 2 sine square t by 2, that is 1 by 2 cosec square t by 2 if I bring in the numerator, then minus sine cancel cos cot t by 2 dt. So here if I look at this, we can see that if I consider minus of cot t by 2 as our f, then half of cosec square t by 2 will be our f dash. So here minus of cot t by 2 is our f, this is our f dash. So this is directly I can write the result answer, that is 1 by 4 e to the power t into minus cot t by 2. So plus c, that is the answer, but I have to replace t with log of x to the power 4 or 4 log x. So this is minus 1 by 4 e to the power t is x to the power 4, and cot of t by 2, that is cot of t by 2, that will be what is t, log of x to, so log of x to the base 4, that is 4 log x by 2 plus c. So 2 to cancel this, so I think this is matching with minus 1 by 4. Okay, this C option is correct. Now let's go to question number 4. In this question, we divide the numerator and denominator by x square. So we will get 1 by x square minus 1 in the numerator. Here you have divide by x square, I have to divide by x in outside 1x, that is 1 by x plus x. So I have taken x with the first factor, and inside that square root I have to bring a x square. So it will become 1 by x square plus x square and then dx. I have just divided the numerator and denominator by x square. Now this is nothing but integration minus of 1 minus 1 by x square dx, and in the denominator I have a x plus 1 by x, and inside the root I am having x square plus 1 by x square, which is x plus 1 by x whole square. A square plus b square is a plus b whole square minus 2ab. So this, now I can substitute here. I can substitute x plus 1 by x equal to t, so that the 1 minus 1 by x square dx will become dt for this. So therefore our this integration will become minus integration dt divided by t root under t square minus 2, right? So this is a standard form. Now this can be solved by taking t equal to 1 by z, or t square, t equal to 1 by z is enough, I think, here. So let us take again t equal to 1 by z, then dt will become minus 1 by z square, minus 1 by z square dz, and then this is nothing but minus of minus 1 by z square dz divided by 1 by z root under 1 by z square minus 2. So this will give us integration 1 by z square dz, and from here I can take 1 by z common from inside, so it will be 1 by z square again, and inside the root I will have 1 minus, I have taken 1 by z square common, so 1 minus 2z square. Okay, so this is nothing but integration dz by root under 1 minus 2z square. Now here this is a standard form, we can apply the formula. It will ultimately come in terms of sine inverse, and we will get the answer as B option. So that remaining part you can solve. In question number 5, we can see there is a algebraic part as well as trigonometric part. So if I try to separate algebraic part and trigonometric part, I'll be writing this as x square plus 1 minus 1 plus x square. So I have added 1 and subtracted 1, then divided by 1 plus x square, x square x. This is giving us x square plus 1 by x square plus 1. Okay, so that is 1, and then I take dx 1 into sec square x. So outside there is a sec square x, 1 into sec square x dx, and then the other part is minus cos square x into sec square x by 1 plus x square dx. So that part numerator is becoming 1. So here integration of sec square x is tan x, and this is cancelled numerator, so 1 by 1, so tan inverse x and then plus c. So here correct option is B. Next, go to the question number 6. In this question, first we will have to write all of them in terms of sine and cos. Maybe that will be simpler. So if I do that in terms of sine and cos, 1 by cos tan x is sine by cos. So 1 by cos x plus sine x by cos x plus 1 by sine x plus cos x by cot x dx. So now if I take the LCM, sin x into, this is cos x by sin x. So if I take the LCM in the denominator, that cos x into sin x, that is nothing but sin x cos x, that will go to the numerator, and in the numerator I will have a sin square x as well as a cos square x, so that is 1, and plus I will have a sin x and I will have a cos x dx. Okay, so now I have to simplify it. We can observe that if I multiply sin x plus cos x plus 1 with sin x plus cos x minus 1, then I will get sin x plus cos x whole square minus 1, which is nothing but 2 sin x cos x after cancelling that. So what we can understand here is, from this particular expression, that sin x cos x divided by 1 plus sin x plus cos x is nothing but 1 by 2. This expression now in integration it becomes 1 by 2 into sin x plus cos x minus 1 dx. So obviously now the integration is very easy. Sin x is integration of sin x is minus cos x, integration of sin x is minus cos x, integration of cos x is sin x, and integration of minus 1 is minus x dx. So sin x with plus, cos and x with minus. So therefore option B is correct. Let's go to question number 7 now. So in question number 7, normally for such question we take the expression in the denominator which is inside that power 3 by 2. We can take that as t, and the derivative of that will become the numerator. That might happen, but in this case it is not happening, so we should try to simplify a little more. What we do here is we divide the numerator and denominator both by x cube. So this will become cos alpha by x square. I am dividing by x cube plus 1 by x cube. This is our numerator now, divided by, if I divide by x cube, inside this I will have to take x square. So it will become 1 plus 2 cos x, 2 cos alpha by x plus 1 by x square whole to the power 3 by 2. I have divided by x cube both the numerator and denominator. Now if you look at the denominator, this one, this 1 plus 2 cos alpha by x plus 1 by x square, if this is taken as t, then its derivative will be 2 cos alpha by minus of 2 cos alpha by x square and minus 2 by x minus 2 by this is minus 2 by x cube dx equal to dt. So this is almost same as the numerator here. So therefore the numerator now is dt by minus 2. So dt by minus 2, and this one is 1 by t to the power 3 by 2. So therefore now it is easy, just take minus half outside, and this is t to the power minus 3 by 2 dt. The integration of that is minus half. T to the power minus 3 by 2 will become t to the power minus 3 by 2 plus 1, that is minus half, divided by minus half plus c. So minus half is cancelled, and you are getting t to the power minus half, that is 1 by root t plus c, and the value of t I can put now. Value of t is root under 1 plus 2 cos alpha by x plus 1 by x square, and when I simplify it, 1x will go up, and we will get fx as x. So option A is correct. Let's go to question number 8. In this question, there are three terms. Actually, normally for every integration problem, we try to find an expression whose derivative is present there. Here, no such thing is there. What we do is, from this power 27, we take this x power 27, this whole thing. We take this x power 3 inside that, and that x to the power 24 will remain. That we will take inside this x to the power 24. So that means if I break that x to the power 27 into two parts and multiply there, this gx will become integration of, here if I take x to the power 24 inside, and x power 4 will go. So this will become x power 4 plus x power 5 plus x power 6 whole to the power 6. And from there, if I take x cube inside, it will be 6x to the power 5 plus 5x to the power 4 plus 4x cube and dx. So this can be now checked very that if I consider this as t, then this whole thing is becoming dt. Okay, so this is nothing but t to the power 6 dt. So it will give us t to the power 7 by 7. T to the power 7 by 7. What is t to the power 7? That is x power 4 plus x power 5 plus x power 6 whole to the power 7 divided by 7. So this is our gx. Also we have a plus c. It is given that the curve is passing through the origin. So if I put x equal to 0, x equal to 0, y equal to 0, that will imply c is also 0. So therefore our constant term is 0. And now I have to find g of 1. So g of 1 is 3 to the power 7 by 7. That's all. So which option is correct here? Option A is correct. Now let's go to question number 9. In this question we have a trigonometric function as well as a number. So mainly trigonometric function, and we try to separate it and then use integration by parts. So when you separate it, we will get cosec square is there, cosec square by this. So we write sec to the power 2020, or you can even write cos to the power minus 2020, cos to the power minus 2020 x, and into cosec square x dx. This is the first part, and minus 2020 integration 1 by cos to the power 2020 x dx. That's the second part. So now we are concentrating on the first part here. Let us simplify it and see what we get by using integration by parts. So I am going to take this as our first function and this as our second function. So therefore this will give us cos to the power minus 2020 x into integration of cosec square x, which is minus cot x, then minus integration, derivative of this is minus 2020 into cos to the power minus 2020, that is minus 2021 x, derivative is this, and also derivative cos x, which is sin x, minus sin x. So this is the derivative of the first function, and integration of the second function is minus cot x dx. So here this one only I am solving, not the second part. So this is equal to minus cot x divided by cos to the power 2020 x. that is one thing. And then second thing here, minus 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 minus, total plus 20 will come out, integration cot into sine will be cancelled, and cos power will be one more, so cos to the power minus 20 x dx. And this term, this is our integration, and that term which we have not yet calculated, that term and this term, now they are getting cancelled. So only we are getting minus cot x by cos to the power 20 x. So therefore in this question option D is correct. Let's go to question number 10 now. In question number 10, we simplify it by multiplying and dividing by root over 2 sec square x plus 3. So we'll get 2 sec square x plus 3 whole divided by root over 2 sec square x plus 3 dx. Now this can be separated into two parts. One is 2 sec square x divided by root under 2 sec square x plus 3 integration, and plus integration 3 by root under 2 sec square x plus 3 dx. So here the first part, since there is sec square present, we can write sec square x dx, and the denominator we should try to bring tan. So it will be 5 plus 2 tan square x dx, and plus there sec, there is a sec in the denominator inside square root. I can take 1 by cos, and it will be 3 cos x dx, and divided by 2 plus 3 cos square x in the root, which will eventually become, if I write in terms of sine, 5 minus 3 sine square x. So now when I put tan x equal to t and sine x equal to s, this is nothing but 2 dt divided by 2 by root 2 we can take, dt divided by root over root 5 by root 2 whole square plus t square, and plus for this one I can take root 3 here. So it will be cos x dx, that is nothing but our ds, divided by root under root 5 by root 3 whole square minus s square. So this is the integration, and we can now apply our direct formula to get exactly the same expression that is given here, and we can understand that the constant that is multiplied, a and b, we get a as root 2 and b as root 3. So a square plus b square is 5. So option C is correct. Now let's go to question number 11. Question number 11. This question is a little problematic. It has got some in trigonometric portion as well as some algebraic portion. So here we are going to multiply and divide this whole thing by x to the power minus 4. Then I'm going to write it as from x to the power minus 4. First we are going to observe the denominator here. Okay, we're going to observe the denominator, that x power minus 4, if it goes inside, we can see that it will become x to the power minus 2 inside. That's x power minus 1, x power minus 1 into sin x minus x power minus 2 into cos x whole square. That is the denominator, but I am just taking this one. And if I take this as t, then when I take its derivative, it will be derivative of x power minus 1 is minus x power minus 2 into sin x plus x power minus 1 into cos x. This is the derivative of the first term by using UV rule, and then minus common, x power minus 2 derivative is minus 2 x power minus 3 into cos x, and then plus x power minus 2 into minus sin x dx will be dt. So this is the whole derivative, and if you see here, we can understand that this minus x to the power minus 2 sin x, this one and this one with a minus sign, they are getting cancelled. So finally we are getting like this, x to the power minus 1 plus 2 x to the power minus 3, this should be minus 3, 2x to the power minus 3 whole into cos x dx equal to dt. So this is our cos thing, and in the numerator we have some algebraic part, but this cos x is not there, and also in the numerator x power minus 1 plus 2x power minus 3 is not there, but you can get it. So we can write the numerator now as, integration, taking x power minus 3 from this term inside, I will get x power minus 1 plus 2x power minus 3, and there will be x power minus 1, and I need a cos x with this to use that dt thing, and divided by the denominator, which is nothing but x power minus 1 sin x minus x power minus 2 cos x whole square. This numerator cos x is extra, so I will take that in the denominator, and here there was a x to the power minus 1 left, so that now I am going to integrate it by taking this as first function, this as second function, integration by parts, which will give us x power minus 1 by cos x into integration of this, which will be which is like of the form dt by t square. So integration is minus 1 by t, which is minus 1 by x power minus 1 sin x minus x power minus 2 cos x. This is the integration of that, and then minus integration, now derivative of the first function, which can be written as cos square x by using uv rule, cos u by v rule, cos square x, here cos x into x power minus 1 derivative is minus x power minus 2, and then minus sign, x power minus 1 into cos x derivative is minus sign, so this is plus. So this is the derivative, and the integration already is known to us, which is minus 1 by x to the power minus 1 sin x plus, not plus, it should be minus x to the power minus 2 cos x. Now there is a dx. So now you can see that these two terms are getting cancelled, so we are only left with 1 by cos square, which is sec square. So finally I am getting here x to the power minus 1 minus of x to the power minus 1 sec x, taking it in the numerator, divided by x to the power minus 1 minus x to the power minus 1 sin x, and we are also having minus x to the power minus 2 cos x, and that part is integration of sec square x dx with a plus sign. So therefore finally we will get a tan x from here, will be plus c, and this one will be nothing but minus x sin x. When I take this x power minus 2 in the numerator, it will be x, this will be x sec x, and then this will be x sin x minus cos x, and this one is tan. So according to this, our correct option is option B. Okay, so that was a little difficult, and if you know a result directly, you can get the answer, you can remember the result. Okay, let's go to question number 12. In question number 12, we are going to do some modification in the question here. That is, I am going to take, see, I want to apply a form that is e power x into fx plus f dash x, that form. So there should be a plus or minus sign in between the terms other than e power x. So for that, what I am going to do is, I am going to write it as sec x into 2 tan square x. In fact, I will write minus 2 tan square x, and so I have to multiply by a minus half dx. So this one now can be written as, if I take this minus half outside, then I can write it as e power x sec x, and then that minus 2 tan square x, one of them I will keep as minus tan square x, and one of them as 1 minus sec square x. This. So now it is equal to minus half integration e to the power x. If I now multiply sec x, it will be e to the power x sec x, and then there will be a minus sec cube x, and then minus sec x tan square x, if I take sec x inside, dx. Now if I want to write it in this way, e power x into sec x. So for sec x, if I consider sec x as our f, then I will have to write a f dash here, which is nothing but sec x tan x plus sec x tan x. So this is our f dash. Therefore for this part, we can apply that formula that we already know. Now sec x tan x is extra here, so we have to take another minus sec x tan x. So for that, minus sec x tan x, and then those two will become plus sec cube x plus sec x tan square x, this whole in dx. Now if we look at this one, sec x tan x, if I take sec x as a function, as a g function, sec x tan x, then derivative of sec x tan x will become this one. derivative of sec x tan x will become this one. So basically now I have to apply that formula 2 times. So first one is, in the first part I will get minus half integration e to the power x into sec x, and from there I will get minus sec x tan x plus this. So there is no integration required now, we have already completed the integration. So plus c. Okay, so sec x minus sec x tan x plus c. Now if I look at the option, there is no such option given. I think we can take e to the power x into sec x common, and there is a minus half, minus 1 by 2, and then it will be 1 minus tan x. Let's see. So now I can check the options and we can see that option D is correct. Okay, let's go to question number 13. In question number 13, we multiply and divide this integrand by sec square x. Multiply and divide by sec square x. So we multiply sec square x here, and here also we multiply a sec square x. So in the denominator, if I multiply sec square x will go inside, and sin x into sec x is sin x into sec x is sin x by cos x, that is tan x, plus 2 sec x whole square. This is the denominator now. And the numerator is 2 sin x into sec square x, that is 2 times sec x tan x, and plus sec square x. So now you can see that if I take tan x plus 2 sec x, if I take the denominator thing, that tan x plus 2 sec x equal to t, then derivative of tan x is sec square x plus 2 sec x tan x dx will become dt. Therefore the whole numerator is becoming dt here. So this is nothing but dt divided by t square integration, which is nothing but minus 1 by t plus c. And minus 1 by t is minus 1 by tan x plus 2 sec x. This is our answer, but in the option they have given in sin cos form, so I think cos x will go up, and sin x plus 2 cos x by sin x plus 2, but there is a minus sign, so I think option D is correct here. That is question number 13. Let's go to question number 14 now. In this question we can observe that if I see the denominator x tan x plus 1, if I take that as t, then we can get derivative of x tan x is x sec square x plus tan x dx equal to dt. So this thing is there in that. So now therefore I can understand that if I integrate this x sec square x plus tan x dx by x tan x plus 1 whole square dx, if I just integrate this leaving x square there, I will get this as dt by t square integration, which is minus 1 by t, which is nothing but minus 1 by x tan x plus 1, that is the integration of this. So here this one now I am going to solve by taking integration by parts, taking x square as first function. So it will be x square into integration of that, which is 1 by x tan x plus 1, then minus integration derivative of x square 2x, divide 2x into 1 by x tan x plus 1, 2x into 1 by x tan x plus 1. So this is our by using integration by parts we have got this. Now the first part is x square divided by x tan x plus 1, and minus integration of this one you have to find. So if I look at the question, there is in the right hand side this x square by x tan x plus 1 is there, therefore our p is 1. Now for k I have to express as x sin x plus cos x. So I think I try to express in terms of sin x cos x. So we have a x here, and here x sin x plus cos x, and here we will have a cos x dx. Okay, now what is the derivative of the denominator that is here? Derivative of this denominator, let us see what is the derivative of this denominator. Derivative is x into cos x plus sin x minus sin x. If I differentiate it into dx will come. So this, so x cos x in the numerator, therefore it is nothing but 1 into, it's nothing but 1 into x square by x tan x plus 1, that is perfectly matching with the right hand side, minus 2 integration, integration is understood now, it is log of mod x sin x plus cos x. Okay, therefore, okay, there is a mistake here. I think integration of that was minus this. Okay, minus. So this is -1, -1, and here minus, so it will become plus, plus, right? So our p is -1, q is +2. Therefore, I have to find the value of p square plus q square, which is 5. Right. Now let's go to question number 15. In this question, also we have a algebraic term as well as there are trigonometric terms. So what we do is we write this as x plus 2 sine x by 2 cos x by 2, that is sine 2x formula there, divided by 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2, okay, dx. So this is nothing but x into integration of x into 1 by 2 sec square x by 2 plus tan x by 2 dx. So if we now check this one, this is of the form integration of, this thing is derivative of, we can understand it is derivative of x tan x by 2. And if I take x tan x by 2 as t, then its derivative will be x into half sec square x by 2 plus tan x by 2. So directly you have to see this way, plus c. So option A is correct here.